We are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live. And this morning on the Huddle, I have a question for you. Are you a content creator? Hold on, let me get this right. Let's get it right. Are you a content creator who's looking to be able to collaborate with other creators doing YouTube videos and live streams, but you're struggling to find the right person to collaborate with? With this morning on the Huddle, we're going to be talking about not one, not two, not three, not four, but 7 tips on finding the right content creator to do that next collaboration project with that's going to add value to your viewers. And we're starting right now. Praise the Lord, everyone. Welcome to the Huddle. I'm your host, Walter Strong. If you're new here and you want to broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video, then we welcome you to the Huddle. This morning, as we said in our opening hook, we're going to be talking about 7 great tips on being able to find the right person you can collaborate with and do your next live stream show or YouTube video that's going to add value to your viewers. And so if you're joining this morning on the Huddle, we are exclusively on YouTube this morning. We're not on LinkedIn this morning, but we're exclusively on YouTube because this is content you got to come and get on the platform of YouTube. So this morning, we appreciate you joining us. If you're joining me on YouTube, let me know in the chat where you're watching me from. Give me a hashtag Team Live. And if you're checking out the replay of this live stream as the broadcast is ended, give me a hashtag Team Replay in the comment section. This morning, we want to say good morning to the one, the only, the myth, the legend, Mr. Real Chicago is in the house. Good morning, sir. And those of you who are checking me out on YouTube as you're joining and getting the notification, that's what it says there in the banner. We're going to be talking about having a great live stream collaboration with the right content creator that you bring on your live stream show to add value to your viewers or your next YouTube video. So what are you waiting for? Get yourself a pen and a pad. Lean into the camera for me. We got work to do. We're going to have a master class this morning. So without further ado, let's fire up the stream deck and let's get into this master class. If you're joining me in the chat, just let me know where you're watching me from, giving me a hashtag Team Live. Already, I see another legend in the chat before we get into the master class. All the way from London, Mr. Ash Bolin is in the house. Good morning, sir. All the way from Cambridge, England. Hail to the new king. King over there in England. Good morning, sir. Good morning. I also see my good friend. Oh, my goodness. Those of you in the Huddle community who checked her out last night, Miss Equip Institute, a.k.a. Miss Florence. She tore it up last night on her live stream. Oh, my goodness. We're going to be getting into it. And after the Huddle is over, oh, yeah, we're having a Huddle hangout with the Huddle community. Oh, we're just so excited. So without further ado, let's get into the masterclass. How do you find the right person to be able to do a live stream collaboration, or for that matter, a YouTube collaboration with another content creator? Just curious in the chat, those of you who've collaborated with content creators in your journey, just put in the chat if you've collaborated, hashtag collab. If you've had the privilege of collaborating or if you've been had the privilege of being a guest here on the Huddle, that's definitely a collaboration experience as well. So just hashtag collab in the chat for me. So doing a collaboration with great individuals that are in the community of the Huddle, and just people we've had on and the guests, it's been a marvelous experience, and getting to know so many of you. Um, just some of the benefits that I personally have enjoyed just doing collaborations with Ash and Real Chicago, and working with our dear sister Equip Institute. It helps you as an individual to be exposed to a new audience, a new platform of viewers that the individual has on their channel, and vice versa. As you're doing a real collaboration, where you're both working together, you get that exposure to a new audience and new viewer. And so, yes, it can kind of be a little nervous at first, but once you get the opportunity to hit the press record button, or go live, you have a new audience that you can meet with. On top of that, you have the ability to build your network with quality people. Now, notice I didn't say quality creators, because I believe for a quality person to be a quality creator, they first got to be a quality person. They had to be, I believe, a person of high character. They have to be a person who is a person of integrity. They have to be a person who is committed to what they say they want to do. They're not just saying it, but it's seen in their work of creation that they've done over time. So finding that quality creator to collaborate with, and that perfect creator to collaborate, you should be able to see a lot of that in the character of the person that you can build your network with. And then finally, collaborating with other content creators, the right type of person that's going to add value to your viewer, is going to help you both have fun together. Have fun together. And some individuals that are in the chat have said to me, the most fun that they've truly got out of collaborating with me, and being a part of the Huddle, is just hearing me do the introduction of the Huddle. And I remember the first time I had the privilege of having Mr. Dale Roberts from selfpublishingdale.com on as a guest. He was like my first YouTube content creator who I collaborated with. And I'm telling you, I was nervous. I was nervous because up to that point, I'm interviewing family and friends. I'm interviewing individuals of other different professions, of networks of business, and we're just talking about helping you find your passion. And now I'm interviewing my first YouTube content creator who has over 50,000. And I guess he kind of saw on my face like this guy, he seems a little nervous, but I'm a roll with him. He seems like he's a first time driver here, but I'm a roll with him. And then when the light went on where we're live, and I just went into my whole spiel of what the show is going to be on, and he told me, he said, man, it was like you turned your hat around and turned it backwards and turned into another person. Man, I got to match this energy you would bring. And it brought so much fun to doing collaboration with another content creator of character and integrity. Want to say good morning to my dear sister, Miss Leona, in the house this morning. Another great person of the community. So, summary, it brings you before a new audience. It helps you to build your network, and it helps you to experience and having fun with one another when you're doing a collaboration. So let's get into these tips. How do you find that right person to be able to collaborate with that's going to add value to your viewers? Well, I submit to you tip number one. Tip number one here is, there we go. Tip number one is that you got to do your research. You got to do your research on the person. You got to do your research, and get to know that particular potential person that you're looking to collaborate with. Whether if it's doing a YouTube video together, in person or virtually online together, or you make one piece of content, they make another piece of content, you drop it off in your Google Drives or Drop boxes, put them together, and you put your content together, so that with the hopes of adding value to both your viewers, you got to do your research on the person. Well, the first place I would say is start and look at their YouTube channel. Look at the YouTube channel that they have and look at what type of content they're watching. If they're doing live streams, join in on the live streams and kind of participate and listen to some of the content that they're sharing with their viewers. Another way of doing your research is, you also want to look for warning signs. Look for warning signs for the individual. Now you say, Walter, that kind of seems a little harsh to say warning signs on a person, but sometimes an individual may be, and I'm not against having 2 or 3 channels, but sometimes the person is on his 3rd or 4th channel is because maybe their previous channel had some issues and it got shut down by YouTube, or they've posted some previous content that's kind of controversial and YouTube kind of red flagged it. And so you want to kind of do your research to see, is there any warning signs? Are there any red flags that could make you kind of put the brakes on, pump the brakes to say, I don't know if I want to collaborate with this person at this time, at this moment, because it may not add value to my community. It may not add value to my tribe. It may not add value to my viewers. You got to think about your audience. You got to think about your viewers. One of the ways that your viewers entrust you with their time is when they hit the subscribe button and they click the alert notification button to say they want to watch your content. They want to dedicate some time with you, whether if it's 3 to 5 minutes or if it's less than 60 seconds. They have entrusted you with time, which is something they can't get back. And so if you're going to do a collaboration with someone, you want to do some research to make sure there's no red flags, there's no warning signs, but most importantly, you want to see, have they did any previous collaborations before? Have they did any previous interviews or being invited as a guest on someone? And how did that interview and how did that collaboration turn out? Did it turn out kind of one-sided where they were just kind of using the interview or the collaboration to promote their agenda, to promote their channel at the expense of the other person? Those are red flags. There's just some warning signs you definitely have to look at. So do your research. Hey, if this is resonating, if this is making sense to the Huddle community who are joining us on Team Live and Team Replay, give me a hashtag, do your research. Do your research. Tip number 2, you want to build an online relationship with an individual that you're looking to collaborate. Not just go and say, hey, look, I want to reach out to Nick Nimmin and I want to bring him on and have him to be a guest on my live stream show. Well, it's not going to be that easy because Nick Nimmin is there. The Daryl Eves are there. But I'm not saying that it's not possible, because we've been fortunate to bring on individuals like Benji Travis from Video Influencers, Dan Courier, host of People of Video, and as I said, Dale Roberts from Self-Publishing with Dale, and Jeff Bark from Story Greenlight. All of those things happen because it started with building relationship with them. Building relationship. And so I'm going to share some of the ways that I have been able to build relationships with great content creators like yourself in the chat, as well as the more established ones. One, setting some time to watch their content, setting some time to engage in the content in the comment section and in the chat section so that you begin to get on their radar, that they begin to see you and begin to engage with you. And as you begin to build that online relationship, then the next step is looking at the niche that said creator is a part of, because though you may not have the exact same niche, there should be some similar areas of their niche that connect with yours. So you want to watch their content, you want to watch some of their niche, you want to engage in the comment section as they see how they engage back with their audience and if they're engaging uh, with you. I think a real good point, a real Chicago made one time as we were talking in the Huddle community was that when individuals are engaging in your comment section, you as a content creator, you owe you, and I may not be saying it exactly as he's saying it, but as a creator, you owe that's like an obligation for you to respond back to that comment because they've taken their time to give you feedback on your content, and you it's just out of common courtesy you should be wanting to respond. Don't wait 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, or not at all to respond to the comment. And so if you're looking to collaborate with someone and you see this, that is another red flag or warning sign to say now may not be the time to be able to collaborate with this individual. And so, and build an online relationship. Hey, if you're getting great value out of this masterclass on being able to collaborate with the right type of content creator who's going to add value, I'm gonna keep hammering that point. Adding value to your viewers. These collaborations that we're looking to do should not be from a name drop aspect or to say, oh, look at me. Oh, come look at my video. Look at my next live stream show. Oh man, I got it going on. No, this is about your viewer. This is about your audience. And so if you're getting great value out of this, do me a favor, click the thumbs up, share this on your favorite social media channel. My man, good man, Real Chicago says, boom, boom, definitely. It's how we connect and we humanize our content. Definitely. This is a great point. But the other one thing is I wanted to pull up. Real Chicago said definitely great advice in terms of how we get to be able to get a sense of the person and their character and reaching out to collaborate with them. And so you definitely want to do these things because again, it's about the viewer. It's about the viewer. Tip number 3, you want to be able to have some form of collaborative etiquette, collaborative or collaborations etiquette. Now you said etiquette. What type of etiquette would we need to have? Well, the first thing you don't want to do if you're going to reach out to someone, if they're connected to you on social media, whether if they're a friend on Facebook or if they are connected with and following you on Twitter or on LinkedIn, you don't just go to their DM and say, hey, can you be a guest on my show? I would love to have you on. I want to do a collaboration with you. Can you come on Saturday at 11 a.m. and I'll send you the link. Can you join me? Can you join me? And then you keep blowing up their instant message. Don't do that. Yeah, think about how you feel on Facebook. I'll use this as an example with Facebook. And you look up every day or so, someone's constantly sending you a photo or a message in your DM, and they want you to read it. And from all intents, it may not be scam. They just want to, send you something encouraging, but they're constantly sending you stuff to read. And you're like, but I don't even really, I know I connected with you at some point, but I don't even remember why I connected with you. And every time I look up, you always sending me something. You're always trying to promote something to me. No one wants to be kind of reached out that way or spam that way. If we're going to do a collaboration with someone, we should first look and see, okay, let me see if they have a website. If they have a website, great. Let me check them out. Let me check out their about page. Let me check out about their service page, and let me see if there's any testimonials. Again, you're building the online relationship, and now you're kind of reaching out to them where you can send a contact page. If you see a contact page, and then reach out to them and say, hey, look, can we maybe have a conversation? I would love to maybe possibly invite you on as a guest, be a part of my podcast or my live stream show, or to us to possibly do a a type of video collaboration, reaching out to them on their contact page. And then if there is an email for you to be able to respond, maybe on their YouTube channel, um, that could be another way where you can email them in their about section of their YouTube channel, and again, kind of reaching out in a professional and a non-spammy way. And then you can also look to see if they're on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional network, but now is a network where content creators are gathering and making content. And you can seek to say, okay, oh, I see they're on LinkedIn. So instead of asking to connect with them, maybe you follow them for a while. And again, get on their radar. And then in time, maybe connect with them and then be able to chat with them in the messenger that way. Build an online relationship that is professional and that shows proper etiquette, where you're not spamming someone. Because we've all experienced someone where if someone's gets a hold of our email and they're constantly sending spammy type emails, they're constantly emailing us with an agenda that benefits them and not benefits the individual that they're reaching out to or their viewers. Tip number four. Tip number four. I think before I go into tip number four, pardon me, I need a swig of water. Perfect. You want to do a discovery call. You want to do a discovery call if possible. Doing a discovery call where if you're able to have a Zoom call or a Google Meets virtual call where you both get together on video and you can be able to kind of feel each other out, be able to establish the comfort level. Is this definitely the right person at the right time, at the right moment to do this collaboration with? So that way it adds value to your viewers. Because if it adds value to your viewers and their viewers, you're going to see it in the comment section. You're going to see it in the likes. You're going to see it in the shares. You're going to see it over time in the subscribers that are subscribing to the channel. You see the connection there? So when you're adding value with the viewer in mind, your viewers are going to let you know. And building that comfort level, being able to get an idea what their core values are, and they getting an opportunity to understand and learn about your core values, and being able to say, okay, is this a good fit for us to do this collaboration so we can begin to prepare and do our prep work on the content we want to collaborate with, or bringing the person on as a guest on your live stream show, sharing with them about the run of show notes that you're putting together and your process of the run of show notes, when you will get them to them, what you would need from them or what they would need from you in terms of a short bio and in terms of a profile picture, doing your prep work, doing your preparation aspect, doing the discovery call, and not 10 minutes before you go live, if that makes sense to you. If you're getting great value, give me a hashtag team live this morning in the chat. Tip number 5, now it's that day to bring them on, especially if this is a live stream you're doing and you're going to bring them on as a guest, or if it's the day up to put the videos together. You want to make sure that both of you are camera ready. You're both are camera ready. And if you want to, if as men, we can learn a lot from our sisters, our female content creators, and how they spend that time, not just with their hair, not just with their makeup, not just in terms of just overall presentation and being camera ready. We're talking about in terms of your character, your personality, your attitude, being camera ready, so that individuals are arriving at 15 minutes early before you go live. Then you can be able to get into your internet check and make sure you have reliable internet, the lighting, your audio, making sure that you have, again, stable internet and the stable audio, lighting, and making sure that when you bring the individual, you come on, or they bring you on, you are camera ready. You're ready, so that when they bring you on, you're not looking down somewhere off to the side, somewhere off in you why yonder, and they say, "We're live here. Hey, Walter, well, welcome to the show." And I'm like, no, making sure you're both camera ready. And if you're both camera ready and you come with the right attitude, you come with the right character, and you come with the right mindset, camera ready, hey, it's going to add value to the viewers. It's going to add value to the viewers. And speaking of value, hey, especially Team Replay, forgive me for being so much into this content. Those of you who are watching the replay up to this point, we thank you. If you're getting great value out of what we're sharing this morning up to this point, give me a hashtag Team Replay in the comments section. Give me a hashtag, do your research. Click the thumbs up button. Share this on your favorite social media channel that you really watching, and you share other content with others. And if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, do me a favor. If you want to broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video, subscribe to the channel and click the alert notification button. Tip number 6. Tip number 6. I know I'm moving kind of fast here, but I also got a special guest for the community. So just bear with me. We'll definitely get to your comments and thoughts. Tip number 6, bring the guest on. And again, if this is a collaboration from a live stream show standpoint, you want to bring them on. Don't make the mistakes like I used to make in the early days of doing my shows. I would sit there and have the whole bio on the other monitor, and I would try to sit there and read the entire monitor, struggling, trying to read the entire bio. And my audience, they were just so kind, so merciful, so long suffering to put up with me. And then I'm gonna turn around and let the guests regurgitate their whole bio all over again. No. Just have a short bio, 3 bullet points about the individual, and bring them on. Bring them on with the excitement that you want your viewers to experience. And then bring them on, and then allow them to come on to share their expertise of content creation, of why you brought them before your viewers. And if it's editing, if it's shorts right now, right, with shorts being as popular as they are, if you're bringing them on to encourage your audience and your viewers to understand and to learn how to make better shorts, bring them on, let them share their expertise and experience. Don't interrupt them. Don't try to compete with them. Don't try to say, that was good, but I'm better. That was good, but let me share what I got better for my audience. You're bringing them on to add value to your viewers. You're not bringing them on so that you can be able to promote and to pump your agenda. Can't say that enough. I mean, I can't just say that enough. Tip number 7 is, without saying, engagement. Not only just engagement from your own viewers that are in the chat, but there may be some individuals that are joining in the chat, a part of your live show, because they're coming because of the guest. Take the time when it's appropriate to even acknowledge them, to make them feel welcome, to let them feel wanted and needed. Acknowledge them. Any questions or comments, display them, and give the guest an opportunity by sharing their contact information. So, and I say this not in the sense of that you have to feel insecure, but sometimes individuals may feel threatened to allow the guests to share their contact information because they're dealing with some issues themselves. But if you're going to bring them on, that you should have taken care of that during the discovery call. So you have a comfort level where you can allow them to share their contact information. Maybe some of your viewers may want to get more information about them, and put the information in the description section. So that way you don't be having some type of feeling about yourself that you should have dealt with in the discovery call. And so These are 7 great tips if you're looking to be able to do a collaboration with another content creator that you know that's going to add value to your viewers, and vice versa. You're going to add value to their viewers. You definitely want to watch the replay of this and get the notes of this. And so, in summary, we talked about doing your research, building an online relationship. We talked about, proper collaboration etiquette, doing a discovery call, being camera ready, bringing the guest on, and engaging not just your audience, but engaging your guest audience to acknowledge them, responding any questions or comments, and allowing the guest to share any relevant, important contact information that's going to add value to your viewers. And so there you have it. If that's definitely something that you're looking to do, give me a hashtag collaboration in the chat section. Those of you who are at Team Live and those of you who are on the replay of this. So that's the summary. Any questions, any other comments? I know we kind of went into this, but I got a big surprise that I'm hoping that I can bring on. So I'm going to ask my special guest if she is ready to click on the link to come on, and I will bring them on because I want to give not only just the regular masterclass teaching, but also to have a practical application of what we've taught here. So I'm hoping at this time, I don't want to say her name out loud because I know she's in the chat. But if you are ready, I want you to go ahead and click the link that I sent you and join us. And while we're waiting for that, if there are any questions or comments, let me see. While I'm waiting for that person to see if they can join us. Okay, here. Boom, boom. Hashtag collaboration. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Another comment here. Oh, perfect. Let me read this last comment here. You're okay. Praise the Lord. I'm glad that this is definitely relevant. So we've did the teaching, we've shared the masterclass about collaboration. Now we want to put this into action here. And so I have a special guest who I want to bring on, who was willing to come on at the last moment. And so she is a part of the Huddle community. She has just last night had her first live stream, and she is known to us all as Equip Institute. But for the first time, she is an impromptu guest on the Huddle. I want to welcome the one, the only Miss Florence Donald.
Well, good morning, sir. Oh my goodness. I was running around the house last night when I got that message. I was like, Lord, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Little old me. But I said it last night. You are the best accountability partner that the Lord could have put in my life. And I am so eternally grateful. I
Thank
really,
you.
it's
Thank you.
just that simple for me. I'm not a fancy person, so it's just that simple for me.
Well, I appreciate you sharing all the feedback, and you just letting me know that if it's just one person, I told my wife, if I never see 10,000 subscribers experiencing what we in the Huddle community experienced last night and watching you do your first live stream, even you pushing through all the small road potholes, you were still on point. You didn't let it throw you off, and you were responsive to your audience in the chat. So I know we have the hangout, but just for okay, we're good on time. We're at 34 minutes. I want to give you the opportunity to first of all tell our Huddle community how you first found your passion to want to do content creation. And then number two, what was the experience like in doing your first live stream?
My passion really came from something that I've done for a very long time, which is I teach naturally. I don't No, I'm doing it and don't even realize I'm doing it with people, and specifically around productivity, professionally, in ministry, in volunteer work that I do, even in my home with my family. I'm teaching productivity principles and tips constantly. And it's so ingrained in me that it's just unconscious. And I actually teach elders in ministry and other things. So it's just a part of me. Just to I started using a calendar when I was in middle school. And this was a very long time ago, before the schools gave you calendars. And my passion for productivity and how to be effective and get things done grew from that. And I just studied and studied and studied and practiced.
Mm-hmm.
Last night was nerve wracking. I, of course, did the work, did the best that I could the first time out to apply the things that I've gone back and watched and studied your videos and Ash's videos and other people's videos over and over and over. My brother would hear me at night sleep. It would just be playing while I was sleeping, even. And I would wake up in the morning and I was going back through it again and just wanting to do the best that I could do, knowing I
Mm-hmm.
would never be perfect. No matter what I do, I'm not going to be perfect. And just did the best that I could. And it was exciting. It was thrilling. Speaking, obviously, is not a problem for me. I do public speaking all the time.
Okay.
But being live and all the, just like for the first time having to pay attention for myself, all the things, people coming in, people commenting. When I kept muting myself, y'all, I kept muting myself. I got to figure that out. But just knowing what had been planted in me to say, and my approach is not a technical approach, even though I can do the technical stuff.
Okay.
It's really mindset, because we change our mindset, the rest of it will come along. And so wanting to
Mm-hmm.
get started with that was really what had been planted in me to start with. So I thank you. You know, last night I shared it, and I will probably sing it to the rooftops. The
Mm-hmm.
Huddle community is the greatest accountability community I've worked with and been a part of. And I'm a part of a lot of different groups,
Mm-hmm.
but we are good people. Thank you, JP. We are good people,
Mm-hmm.
and the Huddle community stands there. I thank you all so much for your feedback and you holding me up, because I was scared, y'all. I was real scared. So thank you, Mr.
Mm.
Strong. Thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it tremendously.
Well, hey, just the simple fact that, like you said, to be willing to say, I'm willing to be a part of a group. And no, by all means, we have not all arrived. We are all still a work in progress. Some of us may have been doing this a little longer than others, but the simple fact that we're willing to learn from one another, pull from one another's expertise, and say, okay, how can we help you to get to that next step and get in front of the camera and going live, and to see you do it live and in color. And like I said, even pushing past the potholes, you and see, you had the presence of mind as you got on the roll, because I can see that you've done this before in terms of public speaking. And then you, at one point, you said, "Oh, let me look at the chat," because you picked up on that live streaming is not a monologue of you just being in a classroom and teaching others, but it's a dialogue where you engage with your audience. And when you saw your audience and say, "Hey, look, we're having issues here. We're having issues," you just kept it calm. Oh, okay. Apologize. Let's keep moving. Let's keep it moving. Those things will come, and it's not going to be the last. The last thing I do want to ask you is, when the small time we have left, is what advice would you give to not just content creators who've never live streamed before, but to our female content creators who want to live stream, but they're struggling with imposter syndrome? What three tips would you give them to get past imposter syndrome?
Tip one: know you're great. You were
Mm,
born great. You can't take the greatness out of you.
Mm-hmm.
So know that you were born great. Get that in your heart and in your spirit and in your mind. And number two, connect with a community who will support you, but
Mm-hmm.
who also will push you and not let you off the hook. The Huddle community is that community for me. I didn't know it when I found Mr. Strong, and you all hear me. I go back to my roots. I'm an Iowa girl, and I'll call him Mr. Strong because I have just that much respect for him. But the rest of the Huddle community allowed me to be vulnerable, allowed me to just kind of, like a baby. I'm
Mm-hmm.
standing up holding the table. Okay, I'm gonna try to move this foot now. So get part of, join a community that really is there for you, and they're not just saying words, and they're not just saying it when they're on camera, but they're really there. I had Mr. Strong, reaching out to me, praying for me. That is so important. And
Mm-hmm.
the third thing is just know what the message is that's planted in you and be willing to share it the way you are, not the way someone else is. I said when we started and you brought me on, and y'all probably, those who heard it and who will hear it, I'm not fancy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very simple. And I'm kind of, just homegirl, just country girl, Iowa girl. And I don't try to be anything else. I care about people and I want people to know that I care about them. So if I have to just say, y'all, that's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do. If I have to admit my faults, which I got a lot of them, I will.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really it. Because
Yeah.
everybody can compare themselves to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's true.
you're you. You're
Mm-hmm.
unique
Mm-hmm.
and you were born great, and greatness is in you, and you just got to get with the family, community, the Huddle community that will believe in you and support you and push you. Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you. You remind me of what the scripture says in Proverbs 18:6, where it says that a man, in the King James Version, but let's just make it plain in today's time,
Make it
a man
plain.
or a woman's gift. We all have a gift, as you said. A man or woman's gift makes room for them.
Will make room for you.
And the simple fact to see you allow God to use your gifts and to then allow your gift to be room for you can be a part of this great community. Um, Ultimately translated in seeing that greatness that God placed in you and the others to come like you that are going to see your replay. You know, it's going to bring greatness out of them. And so just give information about your channel so that they can go watch the replay. We want to give you an opportunity. Just what's the name of the channel and what was the name of the video so that they can find it.
The name of the channel is Equip Institute. And one day I'll talk about why the word equip. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that the Lord gave me a long, long time ago, many years ago, and He's never allowed me to step away from it. And the name of the video is How to Find the Friction in Your Productivity System. How to find the friction in your productivity system. And it's because we have friction, it's
Mm-hmm.
why we get stuck and we don't
Mm-hmm.
move forward. We get stuck because of all of the ways that we just have friction in our systems. And we
Mm-hmm.
got to learn how to move them out of the way, kick them to the curb, as the saying goes.
All right, now she gave us a tease, so you got to go back, check out Equip Institute, check out that live stream, first live stream video. Check it out. Give her some support. Give our dear sister Florence some love. Throw a thumbs up. Give us some feedback, and just we're looking forward to that next live stream. So I'm gonna just put you in the green room right quick. We're gonna bring this to a close. So just hang out for me. Um, Thank you so much for just coming on at the last moment.
Thank you.
All right. All right, there, Huddle community. We have the master class, and now we have the practical application of being able to bring on the right type of person to collaborate to add value to you. I want to say a shout out. I saw my good man, Mr. JP High Tech from Perfect Zone Productions. Thank you, sir, for just taking time out of your busy schedule because I know you work Monday through Friday And so to take time out of your Saturday, and please thank Mrs. High Tech and the kids for me, just for allowing you just to pop on. They're saying, Dad, what are you doing on the phone? We're supposed to be going to such and such place. Get off the phone. No, I got to check out the Huddle for a minute. Thank you, sir, for just being a part of it. And those of you who have been checking us out, we've just covered 7 great tips on being able to help you to find that perfect person, that right person to do your next collaboration project or live stream show with. So Huddle community, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for not just Florence and Equip Institute, but those of you who are listening to us week after week, but you don't make yourself known, but you want to do a live stream. God is giving you a message and some content. Well, we just brought on Miss Florence, Equip Institute, to show you that you can get past your imposter syndrome. You have no right whatsoever to be comparing yourself in the comparison trap, as our good man, the Brian Gumble of live stream, Charles Jackson Edwards II, said, you have no right to becoming a prisoner of the comparison trap, robbing you of your creativity and your joy. It's time. As I always say, what are you waiting for? It's time to go live. And so with that said, I want to thank all of you, those of you in the chat, Real Chicago, Mr. Ash Bolin, JP, Miss Equip Institute, Miss Leona, the Huddle community. I can go on and on. Don't charge it to my head. Don't charge it to my heart. Just charge it to my head if I forget anyone. This has truly been a great show, but we have to bring this to a close because we are going to be having a Huddle hangout at 12 o'clock. So I want to give you an opportunity to kind of step away, get yourself ready. And so we can just talk. We can talk, guys. We can talk and debrief and share about the success of our dear sister doing her first live stream. Man, I tell you, I was just Real Chicago, man. Last night, I was just, man, you would have thought I was at a football game, at a basketball game, just screaming and hollering. My wife and daughter saying, what in the blankety blank is wrong with this guy? And I was telling them, she on, and she pushing through the potholes. So let me not ramble on. I want to add value to the viewers, especially the replay viewers. So question of the day: how are you allowing imposter syndrome to stop you from going live? Do me a favor, in the comments section, especially Team Replay, answer that question for me. And if you haven't, if that's not an issue, how did you get past imposter syndrome so that you could press record, so that you can go live? Give me that feedback. Let's start a conversation. So with that said, without that, hey, God is good. God is good. So we're going to bring this to a close. But as we close out, many are the plans of the person's heart. We all got plans in our heart. We all got plans. We all come up with some of the greatest plans that we even try to tell God, and he get a great laugh out of. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail in your life. Make a quality decision today. Let God's purpose prevail in your life. We'll see you on the midweek huddle, Wednesday, 6 p.m. God bless.